A lot of people have been saying, oh, where are you, Cleggy? What's going on? Well, I'm going through a bit of a rough time at the moment. A bit of a rough time, to be honest. I got a script. I've got a lot to say. A lot of you might have known, or might not have known, that one time I was in the Army Reserves. And the circumstances in which I left the Army Reserves is that I was kicked out. I was kicked out. Didn't do anything particularly bad, I don't think. It wasn't like I was screwing the Colonel's son. Nod, nod, wink, wink. But that's why I was kicked out. So I've been going through a bit of a process lately. I've got some lawyers who are fighting a case for compensation. And it's tough. I've had to relive. I'm reliving the whole situation, the whole thing. At the time, I was completely in, you know, I was suppressing my sexual orientation. I didn't, you know, wasn't doing anything. They just guessed that I was and kicked me out. That was it. So I'm going through this case at the moment. I've got 3 international lawyers. They've all got different nationalities, and they are working on my case. Now, don't panic. It's not as if I'm having to pay for anything. They're working what's called pro bono. You know, Google search pro bono. It's a strange phrase, but it means working for free. They're like it's like voluntary work for lawyers. But they're a huge firm. They've got offices all over the world, everywhere. Got 3,000 employees, like, you know, it's a big firm. Anyway, they're fighting my case for me because I'm going through one organisation, and that organisation is then helping the, you know, they've connected with some lawyers. So yeah, these people are probably on 500 quid a day if I had to pay for it. So yeah, so I'm going through that process, and the compensation is, you know, it's not a huge amount of money, but it's a comfortable cushion to lie back on. Right, my script. Dad, yes. Now, a lot of you might know that my father died about this time last year, and because I looked after him, my brother and sister said that I can carry on living in the house. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Lynn. And the problem is, it's because the house is being divided up. It's got deeds and things. The money that Dad had in the bank has to sort of be kept until it's all sorted. So I'm getting drips and drabs from my brother, and that's fine. But it's still a little element of pressure. So I got the court case for compensation and this, and the fact that now it's, hold on, better stick to the script. Yes, it's on there. Work. Now, I mow lawns. Grass ain't growing. It's winter time. I tried doing some bits and bobs around for various people, but it's really kind of not happening. But I've got a few quid in the bank, so hopefully that should carry me through to the spring. So yeah, it is what it is. Right, Sean's truck. I'm reading my script. Now, we finished the coil just at the moment the heavens opened. So Sean's truck is not a 4x4, it's a rear wheel drive, and it's a big heavy thing. He has got stuck in wet fields before now, so it looks impressive, and it is impressive, but it's rear wheel drive, and of course there's not much weight on the back. There is a lot more weight on the back when I'm sitting on it. But as for the moment, there's not much weight on the back, so we can't take it out in the fields. I can hear the ground squelching under my feet right now, so we're not taking that out. So down to the weather. Sean is probably going to have some time off next year, a bit more time off next year, and he's going to have a bit more time off round about Christmas time. So that's coming up. So because he's kind of in the building trade, and building trade people tend to have quite a long time off at Christmas, so we'll be out freezing our nuts off in the fields doing detecting around about Christmas time, I would have thought. This weekend's supposed to be pissing down again. Oh, to be headed. So, can you tell I'm stressed? So that was pretty much the good news about Sean probably having more time off next year. Circumstances around the way he works. So yeah, the court case that I'm, the first thing I'm going through, the compensation, is having to relive it, and it's not like a tick box. It's not guaranteed. So I've got to sort of, get into my brain trying to remember something that happened 32 bloody years ago. So that's basically what's happening. So if you don't mind, can you give me a break when people are saying, oh, where are you, Clegg? Why aren't you in the fields? We're getting upset. So now that you know my sexual orientation, if you want to unsubscribe, go ahead. If you leave a nasty comment down below, you'll be banned. Period. So that's basically what I have to say.
Mr. Speaker, the ban on LGBT people serving in our military until the year 2000 was an appalling failure of the British state, decades behind the law of this land. As today's report makes clear, in that period many endured the most horrific sexual abuse and violence, homophobic bullying and harassment, all while bravely serving this country. Today, on behalf of the British state, I apologise. And I hope all those affected will be able to feel proud parts of the veteran community that has done so much to keep our country safe.